So, we came into this, and actually just following right up with what you said, is I think that the lack of realization of the need for this is very apparent, and that was our story too. I didn't even realize that this sort of thing was necessary, that it existed, until you absolutely need it, right? And we were thrown into it. Our son, our story is, our second son was an uneventful pregnancy. Everything appeared completely normal, and when he was born, there was something that was apparently abnormal. We weren't quite sure, so we were transferred to the NICU here in Rhode Island. He was born in Connecticut. We lived right on the line. And then, anyway, long story short, we found out he had a very rare brain disease called lissencephaly. So, on day 3 of what we thought would be a normal pregnancy and a normal birth, our world literally completely stopped at that point, and everything that we were expecting, everything that we had known, really took a turn. So we knew nothing about what we were going to do. And this is when we met Tina. We've known Tina, God bless. We thank God for Tina, because she was our parent advocate, actually. And the resources, that became very apparent really quickly within Rhode Island. The resources that were available and the resources that were provided to us were life-saving, really. So we quickly learned that we couldn't do this alone. And I was just talking with somebody yesterday. Now a lot of what I do is educating people on paid family leave, and how we had, when we made this diagnosis, how we had really Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C, and Plan D. And near the end, the final plans were, honestly, quit our job. I was going to go work for the military, because I had no idea how we would afford this, how we would raise a son that my wife would have to quit. But these resources started opening up, and one, of course, at this time, TCI didn't exist and paid family leave didn't exist, but we quickly got involved through Tina and working with Gail in the absolute need for it. For our son, was chronically in the hospital through his whole life. He would be in and be out, he'd be in and be out, and we played the juggling act of who's going to be with him and who's going to be at home and who's going to be with him. And we literally alternated, and neglecting our own lives several times. And then TCI came around, right, which really takes this question of, well, who's going to be here, who's going to be at work, simply because we were able to, my wife especially was able to focus purely on being with our son, which is, there's nothing more important. I don't think you can realize how important it is. We can all say it, but until you live that life, that you really don't even completely understand the impact that it has. So for us, the impacts, we talk about these impacts and how it changes your life, and we were at a point, we've always thought, we will move, we'll leave, we'd love to do that someday. And then Caleb came, our son came, and the impact is incredible. We said there's no way we can leave the state of Rhode Island. Between the resources that we have, between TCI and TDI, and it's not even an option. We're staying here. Job satisfaction, because we had these, resources that were available through work, complete job satisfaction as well. But the biggest impact for us, clearly, just recently, unfortunately, my son did pass away just in this past December. And when it's most important, of course, to be able to be with your family, it was not an issue at all. TCI was there. We were able to, we knew it existed. We didn't have to question, do we have to be at work? It was never an issue. So, talk about the impact of a family. At the time when you would want to be able to focus on your family most, we were able to be there, and we didn't have to second guess anything. We knew that we were there. We knew our jobs were fine. And we knew finances were fine. And we're not lower class. It's still important to know that your finances are fine. And so we were able to have that last month, which was absolutely critical, without any other question in our mind. I don't know how we could have done it without it, honestly. So I can't thank all of you guys enough. And Gail, what you've done is just amazing, and just the impact that the state has had on us, and TCI itself is just incredible.